It was really just refreshing as an actor to know that like people want to know these stories and dive deeper because these stories are real and they're happening. That makes them valid. So just to dive deeper and really get to see what Black people are like on the full range, you know, it's just really refreshing.
So you are in Forever on Netflix.
Yes.
Kind of arguably your big break, right?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
What was it like when you found out that you had gotten the role?
It was very exciting. I had read the book after getting the audition and I became a fan of it myself, and it just made me a fan of the book as well as Mara Brock-Akil, and there were just so many heightened emotions that I was feeling. I'm still not sure that I've like sorted them out just yet, but I'll get back to you soon.
I mean, it's been hanging out on the top 10 on Netflix, so that's got to be like surreal.
Yeah, she's been chilling there. I've been watching her. She's chilling there. It's nice.
I know, it's
really
nice. And what was the audition process like? Did you have to go through a lot of rounds or?
There were a couple rounds. I don't know how many people know this story, but on the way to the chemistry reads, I sat next to Michael on the plane, and that was like a really like big moment now that I'm like looking back at it, you know? But yeah, I just always think back to that specific moment. I'm like, dang, those two kids did not know what they were about to go through.
You have no idea who I am, do you?
Keisha Clark. Wow.
Did you talk to each other when you were sitting next to one another?
Not at all. And it was like a 6-hour, like a 4.5, 5-hour flight. And we did not talk to each other once. We both had our headphones in. Like, he was sitting in the window seat, which was very probably nice and comfy, but.
Wait, were you middle?
No, it was just like a 2.
Okay,
so I was in the aisle. He was, he had the window.
But now, and you guys have really good chemistry in the show.
Yeah.
Did it take a while to kind of develop that, or was it natural?
No. So after the long flight of not talking, once we got to the hotel, and I was like, this guy's at the same hotel now, and he was just next to me. What's going on? We shortly after found out that we were both auditioning for Forever, and then we decided to, you know, take our food because we were both waiting at the bottom of the hotel, waiting for just our Wendy's, both of us. And we went up to the room, started going over sides, and then we just like became friends and was just like chatting, and it became. That was our chemistry read right there, just like before we even went in.
That's really amazing because you can tell throughout the show.
Yeah.
Like, the chemistry is palpable.
Yes.
And so, correct me if I'm wrong, but was the show just renewed for a second season?
It was renewed for a second season.
That's so exciting.
I'm so excited because just like everyone else, like I want to know what's gonna happen. Like what?
Well, so that's what I want to know is what do you think is going to happen? Because now we're out of where the book takes us.
Yeah.
So, like, where does your imagination go?
I don't know. I would hope to see Howard, just knowing how much it meant to Keisha. I would like to see a little Howard. I would like to see a little bit of, you know, Justin maybe chasing Keisha this season instead of, you know, Keisha chasing Justin.
Yeah, a little female empowerment, perhaps. We love, yes.
Yeah. Hey.
No, I can't wait to see what happens in the second season. And of course, this story, though, as a whole, has a lot of really important like storylines throughout it. And of course, it centers on Black teenage love. What did it mean to you to be a part of a project that was so diverse?
It was really just refreshing as an actor to know that like people want to know these stories and dive deeper because these stories are real and they're happening. That makes them valid. So just to dive deeper and really get to see what Black people are like on the full range, you know, it's just really refreshing.
And you play a teenager.
Yeah.
And you are 26 years old.
Yes, I am.
So was that strange? What did you have to do did you have to make yourself feel younger a little bit?
No, it wasn't strange because as an actor, you constantly have to revisit certain feelings and certain things in your life just to be able to empathize on a deeper level, to display like these emotions. So for me, I've been a teenager before, so I know what it's like to be like, have that assuredness and like this like ego, just, I don't know, you know? So it was a bit of that mixed with like having teenage siblings of my own. So I was also kind of like watching how they maneuver nowadays. And I'm like, okay, so anywhere where I was like far removed, they kind of helped me kind of bring it back. And then mixed with Mara's writing and Regina's directing, everything was just so natural.
Did you have to like young yourself down in any way? Like appearance-wise, did they have to do your makeup? And I mean, you look very youthful, but like, you know.
I mean, there wasn't, we didn't want to go like lipstick heavy, like too much blush. So it was just very natural makeup, Yeah, I tried to like lighten my voice a little tiny bit, you know, just so it could give a little more youthful. Because I used to sound like a chipmunk. I know my voice is still pretty high, but like it used to be a lot worse, like a lot worse. But yeah,
You're like, well, I guess we'll bring it back.
guess I'll bring it back for this one. We'll spin it around the block.
So obviously the relationship between the characters,
Yes.
Lisa and Justin, it is very up and down. There's a lot going on. Did you ever have any relationships like that when you were a teenager?
I did. I had them not even just with like romantic partners. I had them like with my friendships too. Like we were very dramatic in like my friend group. So it was a lot of that going on. Like, oh my gosh, we're friends. Oh my God, no, but you can't talk about it like that. But oh my gosh. So it was a lot of that. And you know, I did have a first love too. So a lot of blocking, a lot of getting back blocking, maybe best friends, nope, block, you know, so.
And up next, we'd love to play a little game of red flag, green flag. Red flag, green flag, he's an NBA player. It could go either way. It could go so
Both.
wrong.
It's both. It's kind of sitting in the middle.
Okay,
It's kind of sitting in the middle.
fair.
Everything comes up to how they were raised.
Yes.
Yeah.
They FaceTime you unannounced.
Green flag.
You like it?
Yes.
Okay. They take you shopping on the first date.
Ooh. Red flag.
Don't want them buying you presents day
On
one?
the first date? That's intense.
I'm with you. I think
Why are
it would
you
be a lot.
just willing to do that?
Right.
Who else are you going to do that for?
Good point. They DM your friends when you don't answer their texts.
Let me get back to you. Let me get back to you.
And your first date lasts all day.
Now we wanted to keep it going.
Yes,
Yeah, that's a green flag.